Thank you.
Great to see your team Saturday.
Yes, we got to do it again.
All right, who's your major lender? I want to ask you a quick question. 10 years ago, I was building my home.
Yeah.
Own the lot, own the lake, everything.
Yeah.
I couldn't get a loan. If I bought an existing home, it'd give me a loan. So I hope it's easier today.
So
although I ended up with this.
We got 50 lenders we use. So yeah, 50.
So
we got the top 10 that we use more consistently, because if one doesn't do something, we move it to the next, and it's just you pull one credit and you can shop 50 lenders. So
isn't that cool?
It is great.
What an amazing. This is a resource to our community.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for recognizing that.
For a while, you gonna be okay with that?
Johnson got the muscles.
Yeah, get a little workout in.
Oh, we both got hamburger. Let's get something else. Hold on. Let's get something else. Hang on. I want to see pancake mix here. And biscuits.
You want the team?
Oh, yeah, of course. Okay. When and where?
Zach, come on.
Come on, Zach.
Please get in here.
Well, this not all of a sudden. Hey, Ryan. All of a sudden he gets shy. Come on, Zach. He comes alive in front of the camera. There you go.
Nick, aka the Vice President of Business Development, aka Double S. All right, guys. So I'm very happy to be here. We are in money-making season. So what does money-making season mean?
Make money.
Fourth quarter, baby. But how do we make money?
Close deals.
Close deals, right? Okay, that's it. That's it. We're in money-making season. Come on, it's more than just closing deals. What is it? When it's money-making season, what does that typically mean? That there are an abundance of what?
Opportunities.
Opportunities, exactly. And why is there an abundance of opportunities right now when there's kind of seems like maybe that's bending the truth a little bit? Is it?
Everybody's hibernating.
Everybody's hibernating, or people are confused, they're not sure what to do, right? They're in stagnation mode, they're afraid, whatever the situation is, right? But we're not afraid. Why?
Because we're prepared.
Okay, sure. Yes, we're prepared. Why?
I think that was not a
Because
denial.
we have
Options.
no
Resources.
because Home First Lending has been here before. Exactly. So this is no different. This is no different. This is just one of the dips in the peak. That's all it is, right? So I've been super impressed with your guys' energy, your commitment. Everybody's been stepping up, and we want to continue that momentum because the hardest thing to keep up is man, I used to use this word. It's not a complicated word, but sometimes I have a hard time articulating my words. It's endurance. There we go. You know, endurance works in business too, not just in sports.
That's where you're going.
Yeah. Right?
We were all thinking it, Zach.
It's endurance, right? I'll give you an example. I'm gonna call out my boy because that's like my brother back there, right? This is not a bad call. It's actually a good call out. So he's been to Miami yesterday. He could have made every excuse to not show up this morning. I'm tired, whatever. I'm working this weekend. I'll just chill today. I'll fly under the radar, right? And I was like, see you at the huddle. He's like, I'll see you later or whatever. This man is sitting here on time, doing whatever it takes, because in his mind, he's like, you know what? It's that 8th or 9th rep or that 10th rep when you're on that bench press and you're like, shit, I'm 4 sets in, right? I know I need to pump out 8. You're at 6, and then you have a choice in your mind. You know your body can do it because you've done it before, and you're like, do I push one more rep or do I just set it on the rack, right? And now's the time where you have to push one more rep, because if you don't push one more rep, you're just not going to experience the, the progression that it is that we need right now. Right, P. Willie?
All right, I'd normally get in trouble for being honest, but I'd rather be honest than be any other thing, right? So I just got back from Miami. I'm super tired. I'm drained. Zach's bugging me this morning, come to the huddle. I was like, I'll see you later. But something told me to come, and it was the best thing to do because I got into the room and the energy was just vibrating. I'm fired up. Nah, honestly, man, it was just great energy. I've been in Miami last 48 hours meeting with agents. To come back into the room feeling just kind of a little down, able to wake up, see the vibration of the team, see everybody ready to go. I love that. Doesn't get better.
You have to do your own disclosures back in the day at one point?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were doing that. We had Calyx Point. We didn't have Flowify. You know how we organized our documents?
Manually.
Yeah. and then I got introduced into Paperport, and I thought it was the greatest thing on the planet, right? Paperport is this crazy program that you could move your stuff around. But we got documents over email, right? We had to download them, and then we had to sometimes, if something came across that was a part of those documents that we didn't want, we had to print them out, take it out, then go back to the scanner, put them back in, right? There was so much that we had to do, but we were still managing to close a lot of business, right? 20, 30. I think our biggest month was 38 units. I was telling somebody the other day, it was pretty cool. When we had 38 loans that one month we closed together, we had 65 active executed contracts, right? So that's 65 deals in the pipeline. Do you think I had issues?
Yeah.
Of course I had issues, right? But how did I still close 38 loans, right? It's because you took you found the times, you found the pockets, you created non-negotiables in your business. I'm going to read you guys something that I read to Caleb and Jocelyn last night.
Bedtime story here.
No, because we were on the open Zoom where you.
Not last night.
You and two were not.
He said last night.
Well, he's exaggerating
It was
a little
a
bit.
it was a
3:40.
pre-dinner story, okay?
He goes to bed at 8 now. He's got 5 minutes.
All right, so to summarize what I'm trying to say, okay, is that, so I read a post and then I'm just going to read it verbatim. It says, I was with a high-level celebrity athlete the other day at a private event. After the celebrity did his thing, he turned to the crowd and graciously asked if anyone had any questions for him. A young man stood up nervously and asked the first question. How do you always seem to get ahead in life? Okay? You always seem to win. How do you just stay ahead? And without a single split second of hesitation, the celebrity said, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I train daily, I eat healthy, I read daily. Separately, each of those things doesn't mean shit, but together they are a very powerful combination that compounds over time. That's how I stay ahead. Most people want some magic pie in the sky answer to winning. Never in the history of winners has one gave a speech saying they took a magic shortcut. The winners always say the same thing. They worked hard on the little things to make a difference over time. If you want to win, it's not going to come in the form of home runs. Winning comes from hitting singles and getting on every base over and over again. Want to get ahead? Do the little things like they matter more than the big things. Okay.
Me and Caleb did both agree that quote wasn't for me, though, because it said I don't drink.
At some point, it's like beaten into us so many times over and over again. Call your realtors, call everybody, follow up on your pre-approvals, right? We know what we need to do. It's generating those ideas and the conversations. But today was a little different approach, and I like what Zach did. He brought the energy. He had fun with it, and I think that instead of getting instead of beating the horse again, saying the same thing over again, it was how can we get creative, how can we educate versus be redundant.
I did have to ask myself, am I going to stop drinking? And the answer was no.
So other than that, though, yeah, we're on that.
The point is that it's a slight edge. And it's crazy, right? Because I'm having an outer body experience right now saying, is this really impactful to everybody? Because it's the same old thing over and over and over. When we were doing the sales meetings downtown in Avalon Park, it's the same thing. It's the same Rah Rah. But the truth is that you want to come in here and say something fancy, but there's really nothing fancy to say. It's just show up consistently over and over and over again when you don't want to. And then all of a sudden you wake up one day and you're like, holy crap, I did it. That's really all it is. Why don't you talk about me calling you 30 minutes before something last night? Was there something in your head that you had to make a choice of saying, do I show up or not?
Yeah,
talk about it.
So Zach was like, hey, were you invited to the Zoom? I'd heard about it and stuff. I definitely probably could have hopped on it, no problem. But I just didn't get the personal invite, so I was like, oh, yeah, no biggie. So Zach calls me 30 minutes before it starts. Just got home from the gym, all sweaty, hadn't eaten dinner or anything, and Zach was like, hey, can you hop on the Zoom with me? Obviously, I can talk to him and stuff, but you guys are the ones that are looking at rates and stuff. So if they ask for rates, I just want to give them the most accurate information. And then obviously, I think you'd be able to get something from it too, because it was an investor conference. So ended up basically doing what I had to do. Hopped on at 7 o'clock, and it was an awesome Zoom meeting, and I'm glad I made it. Obviously right now, market shifting, it's here, it's coming, whatever you want to say. But now, more than ever, you got to double down on your business. You got to focus, you got to be intentional. So today we were talking right in the meeting. Zach called me up yesterday, 30 minutes before an investor Zoom call and said, hey, can you hop on this? Obviously I'm going to be on the call, but I want to have, one of our guys there to just be able to elaborate if needed. So obviously I had every single excuse that I could think of, right? I had just gotten back from the gym. I hadn't eaten dinner at 6:30. I'd been working 10 plus hours, for that day. I wanted to give him an excuse, but what I did is I, stopped, thought for a second and said, hey, right now is when you have to double down on your business. This is when you're going to win the market share, and this is what's going to get you to that next level.
Yeah, but in your mind, be honest, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. In your mind, was there a split second where you're saying oh, just let me know about the next one?
Yeah, for sure. The first thing I wanted to tell Zach was dude, really, you just gave me a 30-minute heads up.
Typical.
Yeah, typical, right off the bat, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you get used to it, right? And then the time gets shorter. It normally starts with an hour, and then it gets shorter. So, but yeah, no, definitely.
Hey, man, I'm at this office right now.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Yeah.
I'm at home. Well, why aren't you here?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't tell me. Can you come now?
Yeah, it starts in 20 minutes. So, yeah, honestly, no, definitely in my head, the first thing I wanted to say is, no, I want to eat, I want to shower, I want to decompress, I literally just put in, 10 plus hours today. So, but no, I made the decision, and, I had to, just basically do it.
Yeah, 30 days. So come on, speak up. You're just a born winner. You don't think. You just go. Any opportunity, you just tackle. You have no doubts, no excuses.
All the time.
Come on, you got something. Share something. You're like the secret sales ninja over here. Do you know she put up 48 loan applications last month? Come on, let's give her a round of applause. 48 loan apps where she called, dialed, talked to people, followed up, went through CAE, hard-ass CAE, right? Is it getting better?
No. Slowly. Conversation about that one.
All right, we're not going to talk about that right now, but it will get better. It always does. So, 48 applications, that's a lot of talking to a lot of people right now that are worried. How did you get 48 apps under your belt?
Just, explaining to them that, rent is up 100%. And although the rates right now, they may hesitate. They may have some hesitation in buying because of the rate, but they're not going to be high, that rate forever. I think if they're comfortable with paying the monthly payment, within the next year and a half, 2 years, your rates are going to drop. And I think that it's something that is an investment for them and their families.
So I think with, the quote unquote market shifting, how I maintain motivation and maintain, success is really by being that resource for not only my agents, but as well as my realtors, as well as clients. I think that we live in a world that we want that instant gratification. And in today's society and the way the market is shifting, I think that being a resource, creating that value for all ends is what's going to make and keep you successful.
And then I'm on the phone till 8:39 with clients. I will talk to the people that can't talk within the 9 to 5.
How come you don't just tell them I'll talk to you tomorrow?
Yeah, I know. I'll, if they're ready to talk now and I can make it happen, I usually do.
Okay. So Caleb, you've experienced a lot of success over the last 10 years in your career. You've got a lot of pressure on you because everybody's looking at you to continue to perform, continue to be number one, continue to be that guy. How do you wake up and be motivated to go out and talk to these realtors and teach them and do it and not just say, I'm good, I've had some success, I got some money in the bank, I'm going to just chill out and wait this out and come back. What keeps you going every day?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is, like you said, being through it before, because there's highs and lows, and seeing the other side of it when it finally pays off, it kind of gives you perspective and says, hey, even though it's tough right now, it really is tough to find the motivation each day to wake up and rates are worse than they were the day before. It never fails. Clients are on the fence. Some of our realtors are considering getting other jobs. But what I have to keep in mind is, what we plant now, 6-12 months down the road, it's going to grow.
So what I love about the Home First team is that it really does feel like a family. Everybody works together. There's not the competitive spirit that you see in other organizations. And so no matter what it is that I need, everybody's always willing to work together. We look out for each other, and that really does mean a lot.
You guys see my success over the last few years, and I had higher numbers than I ever imagined that I would have. But if you rewind 7, 8, 9 years ago, you know, I was doing 2 to 4 loans a month. I was doing those things Zach said that were not glamorous, and at the time it seemed like a waste of time and frustrating. But then you fast forward and it's like, man, the income that you can receive is unlimited, like literally unlimited. So you kind of have to look forward to that end goal and just grind through it, you know, because it will be worth it if you stay true to what you believe in. And those relationships that you develop with agents, like that's what blew me up. You know, I wasn't closing deals with them, but I was building those relationships, and then those teams started sending me their deals, and you just win them over, and like it just has a snowball effect. You go from 2 to 4 to 8 to 16. Before you know it, you're doing 20 deals a month, and you don't even know where they're coming from. So
Exactly.
Thank you so much for taking time to meet our team, watching our video here today. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share, and you'll get to see more of the activities that we're doing here at Home First Lending. We truly love our team and the culture here, and we want to share that with you. If you want to learn more about our team, please drop a comment in the section below, and one of our team members will be happy to respond or reach out to you.